Hello and welcome to Rarely Rad. Haley and Isabel are back and better than ever, per usual. I'm pretty sure I say that literally every week,
Yeah, I
but
think
maybe
so.
that means we are getting better and soon we'll have haters.
Soon. Dude, my TikTok, I don't know what's going on. I'm gaining like almost 50 followers a day. I don't know why.
How much
I'm
are you
not
up to now?
I'm almost at 700.
What?
Like I don't know what happened.
Are one of your videos getting like a lot of views?
My last video got 350 or 549 views, then 340, then 700, then 923, but like
But
my
like, is
last
an old
video
one
was
popping off?
no, there's not like likes or anything. I'm just blowing up on followers. I don't know why. I'm at 664 followers today.
Jeez.
On
Are you
Friday,
like
I was
following a lot of people back or?
I followed some people back like I so first I like followed a lot of people and then I was like getting a lot of people and then I stopped following people and I was still just blowing up. Like on Friday, I didn't have 500 followers
What the
and
heck?
it's now Tuesday. I don't like I haven't made a TikTok since Saturday.
That's so crazy. I wonder what it is.
I don't know, but fame is
Fame.
near.
Fame is knocking on the door. It's here. We're prepared.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not gonna complain.
All we need is one of us to become famous, and then we'll carry the other one with us.
Exactly. It's like Alex Earl's friends. She like brought her sisters in, you know what I mean? Like they're now famous.
Exactly. I saw something the other day that was like, I don't care if I become famous, and I don't even want to like date someone famous. I just want to be the best friend of someone that's famous. So like
Yeah, like
I get all the perks, but I don't have to do anything. I'm just there living the life, but no one knows who I am.
exactly. Speaking of
Yeah.
Alex Earl, she moved.
Yeah. Well, she's moving to wherever her boyfriend is drafted, right?
No, she moved into his house, but basically, like, I guess because she posted about it yesterday, she moved into his house, but he's like not there because he's in Houston. And she moved into his Miami house and she's just traveling, I guess, like all the time for work. So she's like, instead of like paying for rent for an apartment someplace, she's just gonna hop.
Yeah,
Of
that
course, it's
makes
always like the rich people, they're like getting free rent.
Yeah, like
Like,
you could spend the money. You probably make $1 million a month, basically.
she makes 70K a video.
Yeah. So like, come on,
She
pay
owns a
rent,
she owns an apartment in New York, or not in New York, excuse me, in LA.
pay my rent.
Exactly, like, yeah. I'm like, whatever.
Help me, I'm poor.
Not me, but whatever.
Yeah,
One
that's
day.
annoying. Well, so does that mean because your TikTok followers, you checked something off your bingo card?
Oh yeah, I've actually checked. I like looked at it. I've checked like a couple things off of my bingo card. I'm
I
almost at bingo. I think I have
really?
one.
What do you need to
The Pokemon. I didn't realize that was gonna go as fast as it did.
do?
But I've managed to like almost catch 100 Pokemon. I'm at like 80, 82, something
Okay.
like that. So like, but it's the fourth month of the year.
Oh yeah, so you will
So
probably
like,
get that this month.
yeah, right now I'm walking one of my Pokemon. I just need to walk. So like when you walk, you get candy and then you can like upgrade them. Not upgrade them. What is it? Evolve them. So then I'm like, it also like now I'm getting my steps in too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, but what am I at?
Well,
I
and
think
now that the weather's gonna hopefully get warmer, you'll probably walk even more, and so then you'll catch even more Pokemon.
yeah. The one I need is 1 week rad. That's like I don't know when that's happening.
Oh, yeah, that one is tough.
Yeah.
That's like you have to be, like, down bad sick for a week. I don't know, because then you still might spend money on something.
Well, then it's almost like I have to spend money on probably food to get
Yeah.
like delivered to my door. Yeah, or like medicine or like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I officially checked one off. I mean, I had already checked off new car,
yeah,
and so I've crossed off attend church 5 times, which I low key really proud of myself for that because I had that last year and I failed it. I literally went to church twice. One day was Easter and one day was Cheeto's wedding,
nice.
and I counted that. So the fact that it's April 8th and I've checked that one off, proud of that. I want to still try and go and like somehow be motivated. I'm not sure how I'm going to motivate myself now that that box is already checked off. But that's the only thing I'm getting closer to some things like read 25 books. I've now read 5. So 1/5 of the way there. Not anywhere close to my reach 100K follow or 100K. Oh my God, could you imagine? 1K.
You're not reaching that goal this year. I mean, you might, but
I just need something to go super viral that gets me followers because apparently a viral video won't get me a ton of followers.
I don't know. When I went viral, I thought I was gonna like blow up, and like I did get a lot of followers. I probably got like 80 followers, but for like the like to view ratio, and also because I was able to do it like a consecutive thing. It wasn't like a one and done. It was like
that was my issue. Is mine was so one and done, and there wasn't like any like personality. Whereas I feel like yours, you at least like saw a face, saw someone. Yeah. Mine was like not even a 10-second video of a bar. And so it got a ton of views. And because it was so short is I think part of the reason why it got so many views, but it definitely didn't. I got, I don't know, maybe 20 followers. I think I've lost most of those followers by now though, because that's not my typical content. So then they're probably disappointed when they see the rest of my content. But I have the goal of getting 1,000 followers and I'm at 300. So I'm like working my way there, just not as rapidly as you are.
I don't know like what blew up. Like it's just so weird.
Yeah, I wish you knew so I could follow suit.
Like I logged in 2 minutes ago, like right just to check how many followers I have, and now I just logged in again. I have 2 more followers. I don't know what's going on.
Can you post a TikTok today of like one of us?
Yeah, I know. I've been like looking through like what to post because I try to do like one post a day, but
yeah, maybe do one that features me and tag me in it.
Oh, one thing I did get off my list. Well, I don't know. I bought this like sleeping mask, and it's like because I sleep on my face, and I have like lines to prove it. They're not smile marks. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're like crow's feet." No, these are like legitimately from sleeping on my face. I got
when
this little
sleeping on your face. What does that mean?
It's like I sleep on my stomach, and my face squishes up.
Oh, like on the side of your head.
Yeah. Well, no, on my pillow, it like squishes up.
Yeah, but like if you sleep almost in the way that like if someone was gonna like if you were playing charades and they said like sleep, you would like fake sleep, you know?
Yeah, this is how my face like
yeah. And then your cheek scrunches up and then you like scrunch your face.
Yeah, like I have a specific line on each side of my face specifically, like I know it's from sleeping on my face. So one of my things this year was to like not do that, but I found this silk mask, put it around your face, and it like stops that line. So I bought that.
Is this like the hangover mask?
I don't know. You've probably seen me when I send a Snapchat in the morning. It's that little thing I'm wearing.
Yeah, I have seen it, and it looks just like the hangover mask that people have.
It does. Like when I was like, I didn't realize how big it was when I got it. Because it's like covers my whole forehead.
So it covers your eyes?
Yeah. Like I thought it was gonna be very uncomfortable, so I bought it on Amazon because like I don't even notice it. My only
that's why you're sleeping late?
Yes. That was about to say my only like downfall with it is that it basically is like a blackout curtain.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't slide off your head at night. And so then it like makes it hard to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. What happens? Can you still sleep in your beanie when you have this on, or do you not need the beanie?
Well, I haven't needed the beanie lately. I've been running really hot at night. Part of my hormonal changes in the last 7 months, I guess.
That we're still trying to figure out.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on with that, but
yeah, well, that's pretty much the only. Oh, I did level up this morning, actually on Duolingo. So I do have a goal of 30 for the year, and I leveled up to, I want to say 19.
Yeah, I just leveled up last week to 18.
Okay, so then I leveled up to 19 today because I remember you leveled up to my same level. Yeah. So I'm getting closer there, which is good. I mean, that's still a lot of levels. I might have to like start actually like cranking out some Duo.
I know. I was cranking some out like I was doing like really well about doing like at least like 15, 20, 30 minutes a day. And then this past week and two, I've been I dropped out of the Amethyst League or whatever league I'm in.
Yeah. This morning, I guess from whatever I did yesterday, I got like a 3 times booster of XP. And so I did so much Duolingo this morning that I'm actually currently in first place in my league.
Me too.
And so I was like, hell yeah. Michelle's actually in my league, so that's kind of cool because I could see where she's at. and it says like friend, and she did better than me last week. But now this week I'm in first place currently. I'll probably drop throughout the rest of the week, but I am there right now.
Last week, LB's mom was in the same league, and she finished number 1 in our league, and I dropped.
Sometimes I don't understand how some of these people have so much XP.
Well, LB's mom's retired, so I think she
Yeah,
just like.
I'm thinking these people
Those two
must have like 3 times boosters though, like every day.
I get a 1.5 booster every single day, or a 2
I
times
guess
booster.
I feel like you get that if you do 2 lessons. But
Sometimes I get if I just do 1 lesson, and then it's like for 10 minutes you have this, and then I'm like, okay.
maybe I just
But
need
it's
to give
also,
myself more time.
I think it's easier when you have the Duolingo without the commercials, because then you kind of just like you're in the zone, and so you're like, okay, let me keep going. And
Yeah.
instead of like, when there's a commercial, you're like, okay, well, this is my sign to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's why this morning I was like, let me keep going. And I knew I was so close to level up to the 19th level that I was like, I can like, let me just go. I did level up there, so I'm getting closer there. I have that goal again of 1,000 miles to like run and walk. And I'm
Yeah.
almost at 300. So
Nice.
I'm like ahead of pace.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping I can stay ahead of pace because I was ahead last year and then I failed and got to December and had to like do like 180 miles, I think, in the month of December.
Insane.
But yeah, there's a lot of things I'm like working towards, but I have only crossed off new car and attend church 5 times. I do have tried 10 new restaurants in Atlanta and I'm up to 3. So I'm like pretty happy with that.
I'm at 52 new places in 2025.
So I'm at a lot on Belly.
Yeah.
Like I was actually looking at it last night because I wanted to make sure that when I looked, like when I had 3 checked off, that I actually meant 3. So I'm at 31 on Belly. But for Atlanta restaurants, I'm only at 3.
Yeah. I think it's just different. So easy here. Like I haven't even been to all the restaurants on my street.
Yeah. No, it's definitely easier there and it's more something to do, I guess. I have
like,
been trying not to eat out because I need to save money because I just keep spending money on stupid things.
Yeah, it's just like hard when your apartment's small. I work in my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm one of those people like I have to get out of the house. Like I feel like Austin doesn't like that. Like he doesn't feel like he has to get out. I have to.
I just like don't understand how he can be that way because he literally works from the bed.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he can stay in the bed all day. Basically does. Works from bed, uses 1 monitor. And like that's like I can't.
I think
going to the gym. No, literally even going to the gym in the morning like isn't enough for me. Like I have to like by Wednesday I'm like I got to get out.
I could not even imagine. I mean, I understand there's like those like hungover days where you just don't do much. And like you and I both feel the same where we're both like if we stay in bed for a few hours on a day, we're like, I'm such a piece of shit. I can't believe I just wasted this day away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like to wake up late.
Yeah. I woke up at 10 a.m. on Saturday this weekend. And I literally was like, I need to get up out of bed immediately because if not, I've ruined the whole day. I didn't even have plans, but I just knew I needed to get up and get moving or else I would feel so bad about myself.
Yeah, no, I remember I woke up at 9:50 and I was like, oh my goodness. And then I was like, I gotta like get out of bed. Cause then I was like, well, if I don't get up now, like I'm not like this is gonna be me for a while right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I got up.
I think I am getting better though because I woke up naturally today at first at like 7:30. I like closed my eyes again and then woke up at 8, which I was like really proud of doing that without an alarm.
I was actually doing really well up until I don't know, even with the sleep mask, I feel like I do kind of wake up naturally, but I think part of it is I've just been struggling to fall asleep. So then I don't know. Yeah, with the book, I'm about to finish my 4th book of the year.
Okay, look at us go. We're like cranking out our.
We have like 30 pages to get, which I would like to clarify. These books are 650 pages long. This is a marathon. Which I'm thinking about it, I would have been a book like 12 if this was like a standard book.
Yeah, that is true. But aren't they kind of easy reads?
I mean, they're the same font size as like any other book. I think it just looks bigger because it's on an iPad. So because I zoom in.
Oh, makes it well,
I mean,
but
it's an
isn't it
easy
Harry
read in the
Potter?
sense that yeah, and it's an easy read in the sense that like I'm captivated.
Yeah, but like
Still a
they're
book.
not difficult to read. They're like, I don't know, how old are kids that read Harry Potter elementary school? Middle.
The first three are like I don't know, I would say like the sixth and seventh one, like those are adult books.
Okay. I've never read any of them, so I know absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah. Well now they're making a TV series out of it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they've already started casting. That's why
But okay.
Austin sent that meme about it.
Okay,
Was that
that was a
yesterday?
meme though, right?
No. Well, so obviously the world has changed, and so people are trying to incorporate different
Pronouns.
people of color. Like yeah. So I think the only casting we know of right now is Snape. He's like a black guy, and that's the only one we know.
But Snape in all the movies is that white guy.
Yeah, he's like the Alan
The black
Rickman.
guy.
Yeah, like the yeah. Which I think Adam Driver would have been a great Snape. He looks
Is
the
that
same.
not who the original Snape was?
No, Alan Rickman. He's like that. He's the one from like Love Actually. I don't know if you ever watched Love Actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one that like cheats on his wife. That's him.
Mhm. Gotcha. So, but okay, but to clarify, the meme that was sent, that's not the TV show. That's just a meme.
That's just a meme. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the TV show comes out in 2026.
Gotcha. They make a lot of like movies too, right? That are like off of Harry Potter.
Yeah, they have 2 spin-off books that have now or 3 that have become now movies, and then they have a play. Like the spin-off books were actually written by the same author, but the play was written by like I don't know who what, and it's like on Broadway. I haven't seen it, but I thought about seeing it. I feel like now since I read the books, I'm like I might as well kind of just like, see the play.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of goals. So, first off, you know how that sound is going around right now of Mel Robbins saying like, "Oh, girls should be able to do like 11 push-ups."
Mhm.
We started doing push-ups before that sound.
Dude, why are we always doing like Skinny Society? Have you
I
seen this thing going around about this thing called Skinny Society? I was like, we started Skinny Society.
like I'm thinking like Mel Robbins and I are the same person. She's just like famous because what the hell? Literally, we we started this when I was in New York.
My
So
birthday, February
end
22nd.
of February, we attempted to do push-ups, did not do them well. So we decided March 1st, we'd start doing 10 push-ups a day. And then now I said for April, I'm doing 11, but some of the days I've been doing 12, just if they're like kind of feeling good. I'm like, one more. I can't believe this sounds now going viral. I'm kind of pissed because we've been doing them. But I will say, yesterday, my coworker was like, Haley, your arms are looking really toned. And I was like, you're telling me, say it again.
Dude, yes,
I
gross.
was like, it is from my 10 push-ups a day. Even when I saw Short King last Thursday, which was not planned, everyone, we ran into each other out at a dinner. Then the rest was history. But he loves a mirror. He'll find a mirror anywhere and he loves to stare at it. Not in a like conceited way. He just loves a mirror. And he was looking at himself. So I was making fun of him. And then I was like, look at these guns. And he was like, honestly, like low key, you have some definition. And I was like, I think these push-ups are working.
I haven't done them in the last, it's been almost 2 weeks for me because I pulled my back out like an old person.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't even walk.
I didn't take the dog out for 3 days. I could, like, when I was like, no, when you were like, wait, I didn't realize like you were full on in bed. I'm like, no, I literally cannot move. Like,
Well,
Austin's
like at first
helping me
you kept
into the shower.
like talking about it when it first happened. And so I knew like you were still hurt, but then you stopped talking about it probably because that would have been annoying for you to just keep talking about it. So I just kind of figured it stopped. And then all of a sudden you sent like a snap or you posted a TikTok or something and still in bed. And I was like, wait, you're still not able to do anything?
Yeah, well, because I was like, how many more times am I gonna tell you my back hurts? Like, you're like, okay, like, what do you want me to do about it? Like,
Stop complaining.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I don't know, that was pain on another level. I couldn't do anything.
And do you just think it just tightened up?
I guess I think my dad has like lower back problems. like he's had the same issue. So I think it's probably like a genetic thing. And I think I might have slept weird because my neck was really, I was stretching, and I don't really ever, like almost ever stretch, but I was stretching this day. And then my neck felt really tight, but I was like, whatever, like that's probably from sleeping. And then my lower back was weird, but like sometimes that hurts when I work out anyway. So I kind of was like, well, it's hurting, but let me just do like modifications. But I was could still be like certain things that would be like, ooh, that hurts. But like, also I was just kind of like, whatever, it hurts, I'll push through it. And then when I was leaving, I was like, okay, this is like really uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to walk like a whole mile home. So like, whatever. And then I got home, and once I sat down, I guess just from like the weight of my upper body onto like my lower lumbar, just like crushed. Like I just went and lay down on the guest bed, and I was like, hey, maybe this will help a little bit. And then I couldn't even get up. And then my whole back just Charlie horsed. I was literally screaming. It hurt so bad.
Oh, and you can't even eat bananas.
No, and I literally was screaming. I was like, oh my God. I was like literally yelling for Austin to come help me because like I was just like, oh my God, you know how it feels when you get a Charlie horse? It was my entire back.
And I know he just thought you were being dramatic.
No, I think he was just kind of like, he was looking at me, like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm just screaming in pain. It hurt so bad. And that's when I was like, I'm just going to lay down, like get in the shower, lay down. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow it was not better.
So which would you prefer? Shitting yourself in a public restroom like Olio EPU or this?
At least shitting myself. It's like, it's one and done in like 30 minutes.
You just keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, and also like that's just like a regular part of life at this point. Like,
so you would prefer that to be a regular part than being incapacitated? Is that the right word?
Incapacitated, yeah. Well, because this was like a 3 or 4 day thing. Like, at least shit myself is 30 minutes. It's just, and it's not like I'm like, I can't do anything afterwards. Like I just kind of like cleaned the bathroom up and then left.
With the worst toilet paper ever.
If the toilet paper was better, it wouldn't take me that long.
All right, so the jury's in. We would prefer shitting ourselves
to throwing your back out. So yeah, because I haven't worked out since, like not like properly.
Yeah, I'll say I've had back problems too. Before last night, the 2 nights, to one point that I had like my feet on the pillows, so like they were elevated, and I was doing everything possible and nothing helped. So I just ended up going to my couch. I didn't even go to my second bedroom for some reason. I was like, the couch is where I need to be right now. And yeah, I finally fell asleep out there, but that was at 1:30.
Yeah, Sunday I was planning on working out for Monday or Tuesday, but then Sunday my back started hurting again. I was like, I just didn't want to risk that.
Yeah.
And be out for like a whole month.
Oh, we got off on a sidebar. So I brought up the push-ups because I use that as a habit tracker. My habit tracker is my planner, and it finished in the end of March. So I need a new planner. Yeah. And I know we were texting about it, and it's so funny because I listened to, the TikToker Mad Mitchell.
Mm-mm.
You've definitely seen her before. You just might not know her name, but she's like a funny girl. She says she's someone who I wish I could be, but she says things so dryly, and I'm a dry person, but I think I just have more energy in general than she does. And so her stuff is very monotone, but like a lot of her things, I guess now a few years ago, like she started like in the year of the Barbie movie and like little things like that. But she had a whole video. She thinks that's brand. She was like, I don't know if I'm like part of like an April Fool's joke or what, but like she bought, I want to say like these 2 sports bras on Amazon. When they came in, they were the wrong size. And she was like, what the heck? And so she like went to return them, talked to the customer service person, and they were like, well, you didn't specify a size. And she was like, that's weird. And yep, she didn't specify a size at all. And so she like is talking to this customer service person. They're like, yeah, basically you can return these. We can replace them, but we still can't like confirm that you're going to get the correct size because there's no place for her to choose a size. And she was like, what even is this? Like, when have you ever bought something that there's no size to be chosen? Yeah. And then this person, and she was like, screw this person's not helpful. I'm going to talk to a different customer service person, hangs up on them. tries that. It's some girl. She's like, girl, I feel ya. Like, OMG, we'll get this fixed. And like, here's your new order, return, blah, blah, blah. And on the new order, it still doesn't specify a size. And she's like, yo, like, still no size here though. And the girl's like, oh, but I doubt it will happen again, whatever. And then, of course, it happened again. And Matt is like, what the hell? That's me right now with a planner. We were texting about it. I wanted a new planner company. I like want to switch it up. I've used the same one for like 2 or 3 years now. So I look around. I don't find anything. So I decide, okay, I'm going to stick with my planner that I've been using for the last few years. I order it. It's going to come in a week. I'm like, whatever. So it came last Thursday, just in time. I don't really do anything with it until Sunday. I'm like, let me get ready for the week. Open it. It's a 2024 planner.
What?
Can't do anything. Can't do anything with that, obviously. So I go in, I process like a return, and I'm doing it as like a replacement too, so that they can send me a 2025 one. Go in and do it. New one arrives today. I'm so lit because I'm like, finally, like I've been working without a planner, and I am a planner girl because I like my habits. I like my to-do list. Like I like working off this stuff. Open it up after my run, come in, another 2024 planner.
Why are they sending that?
No idea. And so now I'm at the point where I'm like, is this a sign that like I should choose a new planner company? Because you keep sending me 2024 ones. And I obviously don't need a 2024 planner. We're already a quarter or a third of the way through 2025. And it's a dated planner. It's not like it's undated.
Yeah. Mine's like
so
undated.
I took to ChatGPT like I always do, and I have gone through, I told it like what planner I've been using, everything I want and need, and it gave me like 5 options, and I went through every single one of them earlier today. I think I know which one I'm going to get, which is like Foxglove, I think, which I've used in the past. I don't love it, but I think it's my best option to just even have a planner because clearly this planner is not going to work.
Planner I have is like they have like the week the way you have. Then they also have like a day page, and then they also have like a month page.
I know. I just don't need a day page, and that's a lot of.
I like a day page.
I don't, and so I used to do like an hourly planner, which was great at the time because I love to like feel super productive and like block my hours and everything. I now don't need that with like where my life is. And so I like just having a week page and a month page and then a habits area. So
yeah, see, I have like my own separate habit tracker, but I do like having the day pay. It works well for like the way my job is set up.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't pulled the trigger yet on this Foxglove. I think that's what it's called. Planner, but it's my best option at the moment. I'm just like so frustrated because I came home from my run, I showered, I came back out and I saw it was at my front door and I was like, oh my God, my planner's here. This is great. And then I open it up and it says 2024 again. And I was like, got it. Like,
could you look on Etsy?
So ChatGPT also goes through Etsy and finds some there. I don't know. And I'm at such a like weird time right now too, since it's April. And so many planners, like I'm going to be paying for basically January, February, March, which are going to be useless. And so then if it ends in December, so then I even started playing with the idea of getting an undated one so that since it is a weird time of the year to be buying a planner, and then once that one's finished, go with like a new dated planner. I don't know. It's been like a whole ordeal when it shouldn't be an ordeal, but here we are, and I'm trying to figure it out. But I have no habit tracker right now. So yesterday I was literally like drawing on a sheet of paper, like lines and boxes, and like writing everything out so that I have a way to like keep up with my habits. I'm like, this is just actually kind of annoying at this point. I did another thing I did on ChatGPT this week, which I can never tell these people that I didn't actually come up with this on my own. So my friends host this thing called the Carb Crawl every year. I've never been to it though, but basically it's kind of like a bar crawl, except they crawl to pizza places and I guess get pizza, but I think a lot of drinking is just during this too. Again, I've never been, but this is the 4th year they're putting it on. And I can actually go this year. And so I got the t-shirt and everything for it. Mainly, I did not want to buy it. Sorry, Loft Brothers, if you hear this. But I felt the need to support their little thing. And they texted me like on my own, like, here's the link to buy the t-shirt. Like, make sure you buy it. And then they're like, are any of your friends purchasing them? And I was like, oh no, like, I wasn't even really going to purchase this.
Yeah.
But I did it anyway. But when you purchase it, you can write a note to one of the brothers, which is, so they're twins, and I used to work with one, and then I know the other one just from being friends. And so he actually screenshotted me my note, and he said, this was incredible. Thank you so much. It had me dying. So this was my note I wrote to him. Read, year 4 of Carb Crawl in my rookie season, a disgrace to my lineage. I bought the shirt, so now I legally have to black out with pride. I'm ready to inhale 17 carbs, sweat vodka, and wake up in someone else's Crocs. Thank you for your service. See you in the trenches. Salute emoji, Haley, in parentheses, pepperoni princess. He loved it. I can't tell it. Obviously, I have to act like I fully came up with that on my own.
Yeah.
When obviously ChatGPT did most of it. I did give it its like guidance and like told it like make this message as chaotic as possible. So it came up with that. But I felt really good about it.
Nice. I actually had my coworker, I guess she started like her own little business, and she asked me to write a review for her on, I think it was like Yelp or something. And I was like, okay, sure. And then like it was the review, I guess she like helps people who like aren't good with their finances. So then I was like, dude, are you for real? Like, what the heck? And so then I had to like ChatGPT something. I'd be like, write a review about somebody who's bad at money, and this person like helped them out. And then I was like, dude, what if I start looking for another job and my name pops up and they're like, so what was this about? Like, why were you really bad about your money? You had to get like a whole like financial, not financial advisor, but like a financial,
Helper.
I guess technically a form of financial advice. Yeah, like a financial coach.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh God. Hopefully I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, so I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. But I would be like, yeah, I just somebody asked me to help them out. Just being a good sport. But yeah, I was like, thanks to ChatGPT. I didn't tell her I wrote it on ChatGPT, but told my other coworker.
My bosses like last week was this past week, and so of course we like did a card for him, and I'm so bad with that type of stuff, so I ChatGPT'd what I wrote in the card, and then my coworker was like, wait, do one for me too. So I, in the same prompt, then was like, okay, now I need something similar from my coworker, but make it way sweeter and way nicer and more loving because that's who she is as a person. And so she then wrote that. And the other guy that is in our showroom, he was like, you guys. And I was like, sorry about it. can't hate the player.
I actually saw something the other day where it's like, where like people aren't going to be able to like think for themselves fully because of chat. Like this TA was yelling at her students because she was like, I emailed you guys all the answers for this exam and none of you guys even looked at your email. You decided to chat GPT, and so many of you guys failed because you just chat GPT'd instead of just looking at the email I sent you that literally said test answers A, B, D, F, whatever, you know, the
Yeah.
and they're like, you guys all failed.
Wow.
And it was
I
like
mean,
people aren't going to be able
I can't imagine being in school with ChatGPT.
I mean, I did school with ChatGPT some. They had it when we were in school. It just wasn't as
I
like
did not.
utilized.
Yeah.
Oh, so I
had
did something in high school.
It's a good thing I didn't know about it because my goodness, I would have thought I was going to Harvard. I don't know. I would have just taken it to the next level. Another thing I used it for this week is one of my friends, she's starting a like event planning business. And she was like, I need to come up with a name for my Instagram handle, blah, 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 blah. And so then obviously I just take every single word she says and I put it into ChatGPT and got options. And I picked out my favorite option of their options and I sent it to her and she went with it.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't even tell her it was ChatGPT. I probably should have, but
Whatever.
now it's out there. Something I realized, like, okay, like nails on a chalkboard is like that go-to, like that sound that people just can't stand.
Yeah.
I realized I feel that way about the sound that electric vehicles make.
I didn't know they made a noise.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't
I
know
actually
what it is, but I hate it.
Since I was a kid, I don't know. I can't even if I just see that noise is going to come out of it. Okay, so think of like my Super Puff jacket. You know that material? I don't know what it's called. Like, if you ever worn a jacket like that and like a stick accidentally scrapes past it and it makes that like shh noise?
Oh, and it's like high pitched.
Yeah, that noise makes me like the hairs on my skin. I hate that noise. And then the other one is something. I can't even do it. I don't know if like my nails were to like run across like a. I don't know. I can't even feel it. It makes me sick. And the other one I hate is silverware.
Oh, really? That's a random one.
Silverware, like knives touching each other or like forks, like the clinking.
That wouldn't
I hate
bother
that.
me, but I hate if I can hear like a fork like on someone's teeth.
That too. The silver one didn't used to bother me until randomly, but I don't know if it happened after 2020 or what. I've gotten very weird about like my my senses. Like I
In
can't smell
general,
things.
you have very elevated senses.
I
This
really
could
do.
be
And like people would be
something
like,
with
there's
your
no way you can smell that. Yes, my hormones. I can smell things that they're like, I can't smell them. Like, how can you not smell it? And like I smell it so strong that it almost makes me throw up.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, I mean, you can walk into a room and be like, "Oh, Austin, you smell." And I'm like, "Does he?" And sometimes he does. But other times, like, you're like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, you can like notice this? Wow. Cause I can't at all.
Yeah, I have very elevated, just elevated like senses. I don't know why. I don't know. The
Do you
smell thing,
think
I feel like it's more recent. I think I might have had COVID and been like asymptomatic, and I think it fucked with my smell pretty bad, which I think that
oh
makes sense. Like smell and
yeah,
taste, because you
because
know how
it's
that
like
was
affected. I know Misha's mom, after she had COVID, like she couldn't have red meat.
Yeah,
And
I know
everything
people
about
that
it,
can't
like,
eat garlic after COVID.
who can't?
My sister's ex can't eat garlic. Like it tastes so gross. And then my coworker, she can't eat almost anything. She's like, for 2 years, the only thing I could eat was like potatoes. Everything
Skinny.
else. That's what I said. She's like, yeah, I thought that too, except like she's like, I couldn't even drink anything but water. And she's like, now it's been like almost like over 5 years. I'm still gradually getting into things. She's like I can't drink tequila anymore. Like the taste, she's like, it tastes like rotting fruit. A bunch of like foods taste like rotting fruit to her.
That's how Misha's mom was with like red meat. She was like, I can't even smell it, the taste of
Yeah.
it, like all just disgusting to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can smell everything and I like to the point like I'll throw up.
No, you really can. And I'm like, I can barely smell this. And then I start wondering if I have like a smelling problem and that like, do I have COVID? Because you're like, this is horrific.
Yeah, it will also be like you're driving dramatic, and I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like I can smell this so strong, and I was like, I have a keen sense of smell. He's like, I don't think you do. I think you're making it up, and I was like, no, I can, like, I swear I can smell this so strong, and I'm like literally with my hoodie over my mouth, like trying not to throw up.
It's like a whole bit that you're
Like
just
it really.
it's just a bit and you've just committed to the bit. Oh my gosh, listen to this bit. So a lot of my stores, they have been struggling like having staff. And so right now, a lot of them, they're just like taking what they can get. And so I have a store down in Peachtree City. So like South Georgia, well, south of Atlanta, like an hour and a half south. And they need someone to work for them, especially through the summer, because they have their like summer trips and stuff that they go on with their families. So they need to not work in the store during the trip, obviously. And so this girl started working for them. And she was going to be their like first ever like part-time / full-time employee. So they were super excited for that. Like she was going to work full-time days, like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then like part-time the other days, whatever was needed. They were thrilled. It starts off, she wants to become an actress. And
Okay.
so that's like her main goal. She's also allergic to water.
Dude, you
So
know we went to high school with somebody that was allergic to water?
so this person literally apparently takes a pill every single day in order to shower.
Yeah.
But there's not many cases of this allergy.
I don't
Like
think
they were
it's a specific like water allergy. I think it's allergy to a certain molecule.
I don't know what it is, but they really don't think this is the truth. And this girl
Oh, so
also
the person I knew this person was like for sure, like he would be like, "Oh, my skin burns when I get in the shower," and he would like get red and swell up.
apparently this girl takes a pill every day so that she can shower. And then she she has other allergies too. She takes 3 pills a day. And then I know she's a twin and her twin isn't allergic to it. There was something else super random that I can't remember what it was. But I do know. So they were like, yeah, so we don't like fully know. And then we kind of wonder, like, since she wants to be an actress, like, is this her bit? And like her summer project is like try and convince everyone around me that I'm allergic to water. And
I feel like I don't find it weird since I knew somebody that was allergic to water.
yeah, no, they've done so much research on it and like it's so unheard of that they're like, there's no way that this girl has it. And since then, they also, I was like, well, at least, so they were like, we have to just keep her on at least through the summer because we need the employee. And I was like, well, at least like you have her. And they're like, yeah, except she's now worked for them for a month. She has yet to work one full day. They were like, she's called out with an excuse almost every single day, with like whether it's her car or her sister or something random. Like one
Something.
day she called in and said she could only work from 11 to 1. I was like, what's even the point then of even coming to work?
How old is this girl?
I want to say 20, 21.
Oh, so she just like doesn't want to work.
I don't know. They were like, yeah, they were like, it's so hard. We either have like nut jobs or people that just like don't care. And so they're like, so here we are with this nut job. And I was like, yeah, that's actually kind of absurd. And they're like, yeah, we're just going with it because it's all we have right now and we need someone to work the store. So here we are.
I feel like are there any colleges? You probably hire somebody from college. It's like cheap.
That's what I was like, well, since it's summer, why don't you get like a little UGA girl or something that's home for the summer? And they're like, they just are usually doing like something better. I know they do. Usually they have interns for the summer, they were saying. And then it was funny because they said that I think they've had like 4 or 5 interns at this point. And she said that every single one of their interns after their internship has since decided that they don't want to be in this industry anymore.
Yikes. Well, working retail sucks.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like no one really understands this industry and it just like sounds fun and like you're playing with clothes and everything. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it and not a whole lot of money.
I think, well, like with retails, also, like if you're working weekends and all your friends are out and then you're like, I'm at work, like that sucks.
Yeah. Like I would almost prefer to be like a bartender, even though those hours are tough. At least with retail, most stores they close by like 6. They're also closed
Yeah,
on Sunday.
I work retail, they closed at 6, and then sometimes I would still be there at 3 o'clock in the morning because the store was a fucking mess and we had to clean it up.
Oh,
And
never the
that's why
store
I will
work that.
never work retail ever again. Actually, the mall closed at 9. And I'm not even joking. Sometimes I wouldn't get home till 4 a.m.
Yeah, never the stores I was at were like that. But
This is
and
American Eagle.
I mean, I think it's a whole different thing. It's almost like a different industry, I guess, to think like specialty boutique versus mall store.
No, for sure.
Because
But I mean, they're like boutiques
I
in the
think they're
malls.
just completely different. Because like
I don't know. I would just
my
never work
my
retail ever
stores,
again.
most of them are literally closed Sunday and Monday, and the hours they're open are 10 to 6, if that. And so they're out of there by 7 usually.
I think I'd rather do, yeah, bartending. At least you're making a lot of money.
And like I don't know, because then you're also dealing with drunk people.
I think it depends on the bar too.
Yeah.
And like my sister, she was a bartender at a steakhouse, and she'd be home by like 11 p.m. They're only open from like if she was closing, she's home by like 11. They open at 4, and
Yeah.
she'd get
And
like
at least the
$500
steakhouse
tips like
is like,
regularly, like
oh
one
my gosh.
per $500.
Jesus, I wish. We went to dinner with one of my brands last week, and there was this young couple that came in, and they came in, they ordered their drinks, their appetizers, their meals, and like ate all that and were out before I think it was before we even got our meals. Like they were like moving and grooving. But this girl is wearing a dress so short that like like when a dress is short that then when you like sit down like your cheeks are on the chair
Yeah,
like the dress. This dress is so short that her cheeks are on the chair and we can see her underwear.
hell yeah.
I was like, my jaw dropped. I was so shook by this whole thing. And like it's a nice restaurant. It's a like really, really well-known seafood place in Atlanta. And there she is with her underwear literally out because her dress is so short.
I don't understand how people feel comfortable. I mean, each their own. I don't physically feel comfortable walking around like that.
I would be tugging at my skirt or dress in her case the entire time.
I know people say like fashion is pain, but like for me, like I also have to be comfortable. Because if I'm not feeling comfortable, then I'm not gonna have a good time. If I'm
I don't
sitting
even
all
think
day
that's
pulling
like
down my dress or skirt or whatever, like that's annoying to me.
yeah, I understand the pain like when it comes to like maybe a shoe
Yes.
or when you're in like a romper and it's going to be a pain in the ass to go to the bathroom. But like
Yeah.
the romper looks good, it is what it is, you got to do it. But for something to be that absurdly short,
Like wear
your
tight.
whole hoo-ha is hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like to feel like that. I was even talking about this the other day. I'm like, shorts, like what shorts do I get now? Where do I
No,
buy shorts?
no, seriously, my only hope is that I get skinny enough to fit in my shorts that I bought last year, maybe 2 years ago. They're still not long enough as to where I would want them these days. But when I tried on like those cute loose shorts, I think now like 2 years ago, I tried them on at Old Navy, which like probably is where I failed to begin with. They weren't loose like they were supposed to be. So
Wait,
I
what
just,
shorts do you mean? Like denim loose shorts?
yeah, like, like how, like almost like, I don't want to say mid thigh because I want to say they're a little bit shorter than mid thigh, but they're like supposed to be loose.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They weren't loose on me. I looked like a mom that was about to go do yard work.
No, I know because I tried some on at Abercrombie. when I was in Canada, and I was like, oh, these just like don't. I look like a lesbian. That's why I think I've come to the conclusion. I don't think denim shorts are for me this year. I think I'm gonna just do like the trouser shorts. I don't know what to call them, but like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they're trouser shorts. Like
I
they
think
look like trousers with the pleats and stuff.
yeah, that's what I'm calling them, trouser shorts. And I was like, I think that's probably more up my alley anyway.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to some podcast, and they're like, denim shorts are like not full the vibe right this year. And I was like, oh okay. It's like
Noted.
fine, whatever. I just think those shorts, yeah, if I would with the wrong shirt, I would have looked like I was going to do yard work.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I looked. And I was like, what am I going to do? I did try to join the like boxer trend last year. I may attempt that again, but the first pair of boxers I bought were like actual boys boxers and they were just massive and they looked so bad. And I had such a cute outfit planned and it was just horrific. So I returned those and bought like a girl pair. And I don't know, these ones just aren't it. Like I kept them and I kind of regret keeping them because I think they're just like they're not giving like the boxer look. They're almost like skin tight spandex look.
I haven't found a good pair that I like, but I did find a pair of trousers that like the white and blue boxer trousers. And they're just like linen. And those were my favorite last year. I wore them like every weekend. They're so light, so comfortable. And I didn't even wear shorts at all last year because I was like, for whatever fucking reason.
Those
and
are
I
those
found
like
those fit
linen pants, right?
Yeah. But I found them to be fit better than me on the boxers. The boxers just they were looking weird. They're not something about them is looking wrong on me.
I can't decide if I'm like trying on the wrong ones or maybe like the girls that these look good on, they have like more toothpicky legs and we don't have toothpick legs.
I think so because I looked at other people who like dress well and they still looked weird on them. Like Paige DeZorba, I saw she tried some on and I'm like, something looks wrong. And like she's like pretty good about like what works for her and what doesn't. And I was like, it doesn't look right. And then I looked on somebody else, which I feel like everything looks good on this girl. So that works for her. But everybody else, even on Twitter, I've been seeing like something about them looks weird on me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure out.
They're gonna be a trend again this year.
I think so too. And I think I'm gonna maybe try it again, but it's gonna be a lot of trial and error for me because I don't it's not gone well so far. And I've now tried 2 different pairs and I've kept one and now I regret that.
Yeah, see, I've been a skort girl. It's like the only thing I feel like I can go for.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna go for this summer, but I'm hoping that I lose more weight and so then I'll just be a swimsuit girl.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too because I'm like, am I gonna wear a swimsuit here?
Yeah, I think you will.
Where?
Like even if you go to like the park.
Oh, true. Yeah, I can tan in the park.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you might not be around like a ton of water. I don't know. Do people do boat days? Do you have to have friends to do boat days?
Hey, I've got a group of friends now.
Yeah. So maybe ask them.
You know what? I think they might have a Hamptons house, so it might work out for me.
Okay, wait. I want to come.
No, you just made fun of me for not having friends. I'm not inviting
you. You're getting there.
No, I'm getting there. I've got a group now. I've got like a semi-group.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be hanging out with a girl that we went to high school with.
Well, she's like an extension of like we're not technically in the same group. We just like overlap. Great.
As we shit on people that do that. I guess we're an exception.
I think it's different because we didn't befriend them in high school and we didn't stay in our high school town. Like I think, and also I don't even know if I'm going to be friends with them. I like one of the girls. I wasn't friends with her in high school. I also met her outside of the city or like outside of our town.
Mm-hmm.
and then like
That's true.
follow her.
Yeah. So maybe she'll be cool and normal. And because we don't really know her in high school. All right, y'all. Well, we are at an hour. We're going to log off and get on with our days. Like, comment, subscribe, Venmo, add us on Belly. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.